Okay, welcome on in, everybody. Let's do a quick mic check, mic check. Let's do a quick mic check. Thank you to everybody that is in here. We are going to be live for, to react to the Phoenix Suns 10th overall pick, assuming that they keep it. And I want to start there because not too long ago, before I went live, John Gambadoro tweeted this out. Now, I'm pretty confident that they're going to keep this pick. I think something would have been, announced already if they weren't. But John Gambadoro tweeted this out. I expect the Phoenix Suns to be very active today in upgrading their roster tonight, not just with draft picks, but would not be surprised with a trade or two. He literally tweeted that out like 15 minutes ago. So thank you, Max, for letting me know for the mic check. So yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is, since the Nets just made their pick, and I hope I don't get copyrighted for it, is I will turn it on to my TV right here. I can't really show it because I think they can copyright me for that. That's how strict YouTube is. But I'll kind of film my reaction, if you will. So, and guys, real quick too, I'm just gonna just go to another tab here because that Gambo tweet is very important. I think needs to be focused on. Guys, like life has just been so crazy busy lately. It's all good things that are happening. It's like I promise I'm not trying to sit here and complain, but um, life has just been so crazy busy. I just had not that I haven't had. I didn't make the time to like study or like research this draft class. I only watched a little bit of film on certain prospects. I, I just could have done a better job of studying this draft class and all that. So I'm far from a draft expert, but I kind of think that's what makes this fun, is like we can kind of all react to it in live time. Um so I don't know. I hope next year, not hope. I know next year I'll be more prepared for the draft. So I'll actually be able to give you some insight and opinions, better insight and opinions. But I promise you guys, after the draft, I will definitely do my homework on whoever we select at number 10, which that pick should be coming in here very soon. Shams Charania, Mike Scotto from Hoops Hype, and a few other guys have been live tweeting it, which is fine. I think it's fine if it's like 30 seconds before like the commissioner goes up. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but the draft is here. Draft day is here, and like I've said, you guys, in the past, I really like that the draft has been brought, or excuse me, has been separated into 2 days because it really does give teams time to, first off, relax. It gives them more time to scout players, make more trades, instead of just doing this all in one night. Because I think like on the East Coast, if I'm correct, sometimes the draft would go into midnight for like the team and the staff and the general managers and the front office people. Like it would go into midnight, man. So I'm glad that they cut it into 2 days. You know, so Gambo is tweeting something right now. So we'll go back to Gambo. Let's go to his Twitter real quick. He said, I think the dream is Maluach. I hope I totally just did not butcher. I did just butcher that name. The guy, the big man from Duke, who, yeah, surprisingly hasn't been drafted yet. Suns did not expect him to be here at 10. So we did not put him in the Gambo 5, but I did say he would be the pick if he is there. So one pick left. If he is still on the clock, I think they have to take him. So is Toronto drafting right now? Because the Nets just selected Igor Demon 8th overall. So I assume that Toronto's picking next. Didn't Toronto have like the 9th pick last year or something like that? Oh, yeah. And you guys are reminding me in the chat, Carter Bryant is still on the board too. The guy from U of A. That'd be really cool. Who I just found out, because I think I saw a video going around. He knows sign language. So that's pretty cool. Um, you know, This is going to be fun, you guys. Here we go. I might have to just turn on my TV and just react to it. I think that's more fun. Whoa, I got to turn on the volume too. I think that's a lot more fun. Yep. So there's pick number 8. So Toronto's up next. I'm going to kind of tilt my. There we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can like barely see it. Cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys are. What is going on with my life? Stop sharing. Let me know what you guys are doing on this draft day. I worked for a little bit today and been drinking some coffee, which I got right here, drinking some water. Had a little bit of food earlier. Gonna be eating dinner here later, or like in a little bit. Once I'm done with this string, gonna be eating some dinner, drinking some more coffee. Might crack open a beer or two later. We'll see. But right now, drinking coffee. So cheers. And yeah, like my guy Jordan says right here, like and subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate that, Jordan. That means a lot, man. Yes, please subscribe, you guys. It really helps. The channel helps. It tells YouTube that I'm doing a good job around here, and it really helps. It just helps me out in general. So appreciate that, guys. Yeah, Derek Queen, I believe, is still available. There's tons of players that are available. Carter Bryant, the big man from Duke. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to react soon because Toronto's going to make their pick in 3 minutes. And by the way, you guys, because Brooklyn just made their pick, I think I saw Bobby Marks tweet something out that was like, Brooklyn could be the first team to like select 5 picks in the first round. I don't think that's like ever happened before. And I want to make sure I'm getting that right too, but that'd be pretty cool because Brooklyn, you know, they're they're rebuilding and they have been rebuilding for a while. And you know, they have tons of picks. I think they just traded for a pick, if I remember correctly. It was like a small deal, of course, but let me just make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, here we go. So check this out, guys. Let me just share my thing, and then we'll start reacting to all this. Yeah, it says so. Bobby Marks from ESPN. No NBA team. Oops. Bobby Marks from ESPN. No NBA team has ever drafted. No NBA team has ever selected 5 players in the first round. Will Brooklyn be the first? Well, they're 1 pick down. So, and yeah, Suns King makes a good point here. No bigs selected so far. Even though I have done very little research about this draft class, the little homework I did is that there are a few big men in this draft who are going to be first round picks for sure. And this is a pretty loaded draft class. That's one thing I know for sure. That's one reason I'm kind of excited. And that's one reason I feel like I might kick myself for not making the time to research this draft class ahead of the draft. But you guys have heard me say it a million times before on this channel. You'll hear me say it a million times more. You know, I'm a one-man show on this channel, you guys, and just kind of is what it is, you know. And I've been so busy with life and work and with this YouTube channel, I just didn't make the time to scout and to you know, do my homework about this draft class. But it is what it is. And you know what? Shout out to my guy Charles too. He made a good point. He DM'd me earlier. He's like, the Suns just traded for the 10th pick, and like we didn't know. Like, and even if the Suns didn't have the 10th pick, like guys, like the Suns have been so unpredictable with the draft the last few years, especially with Matt Ishbia saying things like, oh, you know, we're going to trade our picks for, you know, really good players and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's been hard to like believe in the Suns drafting. It's been hard to do draft homework because it's like, we don't know if the Suns are even going to keep their pick. So, you know, just had to rant about that for a little bit. Okay. Oh, wow. So the Toronto Raptors are selecting Colin Murray Boyles, who I know a lot of Suns fans wanted. Could be a really good defender in this league. I did a little bit of, you know what? So I did do a little homework on Colin Boyle's. Uh, I can't even talk right now. Colin Murray Boyles. And where were those notes that I had on him? Yeah, he's gonna be talented, you guys. I can't find the notes. I thought I did something on him. Yeah, I guess I don't have it actually after all, but oh wait, no, here we go. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Cool. Well, the Phoenix Suns are about to be on the clock. And it's gonna be fun, you guys. I feel like they're gonna draft a player who I have no clue about. Like when we drafted Jalen Smith back in 2020. I don't want to talk about that because that clearly did not work. This is gonna be fun, you guys. This is gonna be fun. I don't want to turn up the volume because I don't want to get copyright, but I'm gonna react to it. I might have to put my microphone down and just react to this in live time. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. I am going to be doing a reaction show like at the end of the draft, like assuming there's a trade or two, or if we pick at pick 29. Because remember, guys, we have another pick, but it's not like every day the Phoenix Suns have a lottery pick. So this, especially in the top 10 of the lottery. So I had to at least go live for this, you guys. For all my coffee drinkers out there, and I'm talking like real coffee. What do you like in your coffee? Like, do you like half and half? Do you like milk? Do you like some kind of creamer in there? I don't know. Let me know. I just have a little bit of milk in here. Because, like I said, I'm going to eat some dinner after this and just kind of chill, watch the draft. If anything crazy happens, I'll do like an emergency live show. Yeah, kind of just going to chill, watch the draft. And then I'll do like a post, kind of a post reaction show for the draft. Ooh, and I totally forgot to put on, I got this at Comic-Con, my NBA draft pin. Look at that. My NBA draft pin. Wore this to work today. Kind of looks like the state of Texas, but got that draft pin. I got to put it on my shirt somewhere. And yeah. So yeah, Colin Murray Boyles, 9th overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft. And the Suns are next. The clock hasn't started yet, but it will start. And this is going to be interesting. Nothing about a trade has gone in yet. We will let you guys know if anything breaks. I'm glad Shams is not tweeting every single pick. He was doing it for a little bit, but I think that's actually a good thing he's not tweeting the picks because that means he's probably on the phones and teams are making moves or they're trying to make moves. Here we go, guys. The Suns will be next. I'll let you know when the clock starts ticking. It's going to be fun, you guys. Jordan says, Geek, Trey Johnson looks pissed to be drafted by the Wizards. I mean, Trey Johnson's got to blame the NBA for that because they rigged the draft. Cooper Flagg should have been drafted to Washington or Utah. Just saying. Just saying, man. Yeah, they got completely screwed. How do you have the worst records in the league, like in both conferences, and you don't the Jazz had the 5th pick, which was Ace Bailey, by the way. That was actually a good pick. But the Jazz had the 5th pick and the Wizards had the 6th pick. How do you have the worst record in the league and you don't get Cooper Flagg or even Dylan Harper? Like, come on. What are we doing, Adam Silver? I'm kind of glad he was booed after he was like, welcome to the 2025 NBA draft, blah, blah, blah. All right, guys, we're on the clock. Here we go. Going to kind of turn myself. I'm going to put the mic down. Oops, just dropped my draft pen. That's probably not a good sign. John Gambadoro says, I expect the Suns will take Duke big man Khaman. I can't even pronounce that guy's name. But the Duke big man is just what we're going to call him until I learn how to say his name. Sorry for my messy bed right here, you guys. Got some stuff right here that I just put down. You guys are going to watch my live reaction, okay? Three minutes and 30 seconds until the pick is in for the Phoenix Suns. Can we get a center at 29? Relax. Yeah, it took me a long time, you guys, to like learn that the NBA draft lottery is rigged. And it really all started before I was even born with the Patrick Ewing stuff. The frozen envelope thing. But yeah, the draft lottery is so rigged. And I hope after this draft, Adam Silver will stop that. Like, no more rigging the draft lottery. Like, the worst team in the league should get the number one pick, in my opinion. Oh, I think it just got leaked, you guys. Uh-oh. I think it just got leaked. The Phoenix Suns, according to Evan Sedry, are selecting Khaman Maluach. I can't even say his name. Why do we always draft players with guys whose names I can't pronounce? You guys remember when I butched Tamani Kamaro's name? Yeah. Okay. I must be like 2 minutes behind, guys, because I don't see. Yeah, but apparently we're getting the Duke big man. So I'm going to quickly just kind of try to do some research here. I think I have a link I can go to that's sort of my cheat sheet here. Here we go. So let's do a little cheat sheet here. Let's go all the way down. I had this prepared just in case. This is my little cheat sheet that we're going to do. Here we go. All right. So the Phoenix Suns, Khaman Maluach. Is that how you pronounce it? Probably not, because I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do want to react. I want to react to this in live time, okay? The pick is in. 1 minute and 20 seconds. We're gonna get this, guys. Let me make my bed a little more cleaner here. Forgot to move this stuff earlier. You guys like my childlike room, like all my Funko Pops, all my toys, because I'm a man child at heart. Remember, guys, this pick is because of the Kevin Durant trade. And we also have the 29th pick. We also have the 52nd pick and the 59th pick, I believe, in tomorrow's draft. So one more pick. Whoa! Breaking news, you guys! The Charlotte Hornets are trading center Mark Williams for the 29th pick and the 2029 first round pick. That is not oh my God. We got Mark Williams, baby. Let's freaking go. Breaking news on Suns Geek. Oh my goodness. This is insane. We just got Mark Williams. Breaking news from Shams Charania. Holy crap. And we didn't. Are we still drafting at number 10? So we're going to have two big men? That's awesome. My heart like stopped, dude. This is insane. The Charlotte Hornets are trading center Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for the 29th pick and a 2029 first round pick. Woo! And we're selecting the Duke big man. It is official. Dude, I am hyped. This is awesome. Oh my goodness. Dude, I love Mark Williams, man. That is a great trade, dude. That is a great trade. Holy cow. Oh my God, I'm tweeting away. guys. And we just drafted the Duke big man. There it is. We have our center rotation. We have our center rotation. The Duke big man and Mark. Didn't Mark Williams? No. Is Mark Williams from Duke? Holy crap. Guys, like I put my phone down and I saw a few notifications go up. And I saw somebody that I follow tweet like, what the hell, or something like that. Like, wow. The 2029 first rounder is the least favorable of Cleveland, Utah, or Minnesota, sources said. Size was a problem for the Suns last year, and they addressed what they need in Mark Williams and the Duke big man. The Hornets net 2 first rounders. So pretty much it's 2 first rounders, the 29th pick, and then the future 2029 pick. I love that. What a great trade for the Phoenix Suns. And the Charlotte Hornets, you guys, they're the one team in the NBA that I stopped defending. I will defend all other 29 NBA teams except for the Hornets. But I think I like this for Charlotte too, because they can just keep getting assets and keep building around LaMelo, keep rebuilding around Brandon Miller and whoever else they draft. Wow. Dude, I am so happy. Bobby Mark says the Suns' lone tradable first now goes to Charlotte. I don't care. We got Mark Williams, baby. Dude, I love Mark Williams. We're going to do some, before we get to the Suns draft pick, let's go to Basketball Reference. I have to talk to you guys about Mark Williams. Wow. Guys, I am so happy. I had somebody tweeting me, and they're like, oh, there's going to be no big trades today, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the draft just started. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys, this is why people just need to be patient. And look, I'm not trying to sound like Mr. Know-It-All, but what have I been trying to tell you guys? I have to full screen myself for this, and then we'll get back to the Mark Williams stuff. What have I been telling you guys? Stay patient. Let me turn off my TV too so I can fix my screen. You guys need to stay patient. And this is why we stay patient. This is why we let things play out. This is why we let the Suns front office do their thing. That's why I'm so salty and bitter and petty about the way that Suns Twitter and Suns social media overblows every single move we do. And it won't surprise me if there's a few Suns trolls out there that are like, oh, we got Mark Williams. This is a terrible move. Guys, this is what I've been talking about. Let Brian Gregory, our new general manager, and the Suns front office, let them do their work. And then we can criticize their moves. Then everybody can start acting like a Twitter general manager and all that. I am so happy, dude. I am so happy. What a move. What a move, guys. That was incredible. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Holy cow. I am so happy, you guys. Not only did we get a promising big man from Duke, but we got an I know he's still young, but we got an established big man who is going to be, guys, Devin Booker's going to be throwing lobs to him. Let me tell you that. He's going to be a rebounding, blocking machine. Okay, let's talk about Mark Williams first, with all due respect to our new rookie. And you know what? Mark Williams has only been in the league for, I think, 4 years. When did he get drafted? Yeah, 2020. Wow, wait, no, that's it. Yeah, he's only been in the league for like about 5 years, but he can be a good mentor for if I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. For what's going on? Oh, okay, so the Blazers and the Grizzlies are making a trade. Okay. Anyways, he's going to be a great mentor for the Duke big man whose name I can't pronounce. Okay. So, holy cow, you guys. That got me so hyped. Here is Mark Williams, you guys. And let me also do this too before we get to Mark Williams. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. What a trade. What a day in the draft. We're not even out of the lottery yet. Wow. Why isn't my internet working? Thank you, Houston Rockets. Thank you, Kevin Durant. Stephen A. Smith crashing out. Good. You know, guys, I try to be a nice person. I try to not judge people and say bad things about people that I've never met. But Stephen A. Smith is just somebody I do not like. You know, I'm sure in person he's probably a lot different, but his hot takes, the stuff he says on his shows and the stuff he tweets, I just do not like Stephen A. Smith, man. But I'm sure in person he's a nice guy. I don't know. I could be wrong though. Let's see. Give me 1 second here, you guys. Sorry about that one-man show. But if you're just tuning in, I am so hyped for the trade that just happened. I saw my phone going off and I was like, huh? And then bam, Mark Williams, Phoenix Suns. Okay. Sorry that took so long to get everything prepared. Let's click here. Boom. Here we go. Mark Williams. And yes, guys, unfortunately, he has had a little bit of an injury history. We'll talk about that later, okay? But I really like Mark Williams, you guys. Drafted, let me just make sure I'm getting this right. Drafted in the first round. He was the 15th pick in the 2022 NBA draft. I'm sorry, guys. I was reading the wrong thing earlier. He's been in the league only for 3 years now. Drafted 15th overall in the 2022 NBA draft. He's played in 106 career NBA games, only played in 44 last year. Again, he has had a lot of injury history, which kind of sucks. But these stats are not a joke, you guys. 15 points per game, 10.2 boards per game, and 2.5 assists. For some reason, it's not showing his blocks. I might need to do a little bit further research into that. I don't know why it's not showing it per game. Last season, where is it? Blocks. Last season, 1.2 blocks. For his career, he's pretty much averaged a block a year, which I like. Now, let's look at his contract real quick. Let's share the screen right here. Let's click out of that. Click out of that. All these ads popping up. So he is a restricted. The biggest takeaway so far, let me kind of lower myself here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's go that. Okay. Sorry, guys. My bad. What do they mean by radius? Anyways, so Mark Williams entering this season. I'll zoom in so you guys can see this. That should be good, right? Click out these little ads. Why isn't that not clicking out? Here we go. So Mark Williams, he's only 23 years old, by the way, you guys. He'll be 24 on December 16th. 3 years from Duke, by the way. So the Suns just got 2 big men from Duke. And he entering this season, he will be under contract, and he's a restricted free agent. So if I am correct, I am not a contract guru. I'm not a salary cap guru. If I'm correct, we control his, contract, if we will. If he wants to sign for another team, I believe we can match it. But either way, you guys, we have him for this season. And it looks like a fairly cheap contract. $6 million, if I'm reading that correct. $6 million for this year. Wow, Mark Williams, baby. Now, let me go to my cheat sheet here, and let's talk about the Duke big man, freshman out of Duke. Combined, now remember, this is the draft combine measurements. Without shoes, 7 foot 3/4 inches. So he's probably 7 foot 1. 252 pounds, Standing reach, 9'6", but he has a 7-foot wingspan. Now, this is from ESPN here. Intel and Fit, another team that took a big slip after a tough season. Now, again, this was predicting him to go to the Pelicans at 7. It didn't happen. We're not really going to read that part. He is one of the draft's youngest prospects, turning 19. He doesn't even turn 19 till September, and has considerable room for growth and physicality skill set wise. Oh, and breaking news, you got, oh wait, no, it's not breaking news. Never mind. I thought the Bulls made a trade for a minute. Okay, we got a little bit of, okay, that's just a Blazers trade. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. We're good, guys. Nothing Suns related. So continuing on here. He's one of the draft's youngest prospects, turning 19 on September 14th. Considerable room for growth for physically and skill-wise. He plays with tremendous intensity and is beloved by his coaches and teammates thanks to his off-court intangibles. Let me read this part right here. He plays with tremendous intensity and is beloved by coaches and teammates thanks to his unique off-the-court intangibles. He will anchor a defense with his wingspan and provide vertical spacing as a roller and cutter while sprinting the floor aggressively in transition. Will be attractive to any team looking for a center to build around long term, including potentially the Hornets, Wizards, blah, blah, blah. Remember, this was written a while ago. That alone, before I even dive into this kid, is so much to take away from. Let me read you guys this one more time. He plays with tremendous intensity and is beloved by his coaches and teammates thanks to his off-the-court intangibles. His ability to anchor a defense with his wingspan and provide vertical spacing as a roller and cutter while sprinting the floor aggressively in transition will be attractive to any team looking for a center to build around long term. And guess what, you guys? Guess who's going to be right in front of him? Even though Mark Williams is a young player, he can be his mentor. He's going to have Mark Williams right in front of him. The Atlanta Hawks are trading pick number 13 to the Pelicans for pick 23 and an unprotected 2026 pick. I love this, guys. Let me look up his stats too. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I don't know why it's not showing me the stats, because this is just more of like a mock draft thing. Let's look up his stats real quick. Boom, 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 boom. 7'2". It says he's 7'2", but 7'1", 7'2", whatever. Here's his ESPN page. Let's see, can you guys see that? Okay. Duke big man. And let me just pause that. Where are his stats at? They don't show the stats. Oh, here we go. Stats. This is why I wanted to go live, you guys. I knew something crazy was going to happen. It was so quiet. I'm going to full screen myself real quick until my internet wants to work. Why isn't anything working? Uh-oh. Did our internet just cut out? Are we still live, guys? What's going on here? Somebody tell me if we're still live. I think we're still live. Oh, great. Something's not working on my end. Welcome to Suns Geek, guys, where you get great quality, high expertise stuff on Suns Geek. Okay, it looks like we're still live. I think. We have 51 people watching, you guys. Crush that like button. Career stats. Okay. He only, wow, I'm kind of surprised by that, actually. He only averaged 8.6 points and 6.6 rebounds, but he played in 39 games. The I'm just looking at some of these stats here, but we read a quick description of him. Playing 21 minutes for Duke last year. Uh, you know, and how many blocks did he have? 1.3 blocks to go around with 6.6 rebounds. 3.8 of those were defensive rebounds, and 2.7 of those were offensive rebounds. Dude, that is crazy, man. Not only do we get a promising okay, I don't know what just happened. Are we still live? What is going on? Thank you, Max, for the kind words. He says, Suns Geek is the king of the one-man show. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Speaking of the one-man show, I have a small YouTube short that I'm going to eventually do that, is about the one-man show thing. Thank you guys for letting me know we're still live. I don't know what just happened. That was weird. Man, this, the Suns trading for Mark Williams and then drafting the Duke big man literally at the same time, pretty much at the same time, made this draft so much better. What an incredible draft so far. Good question from Abraham. I didn't even think about this. Wow, why didn't I think? I think I was so excited for the what's going on here? Come on. Why isn't anything working? Hello? Okay. Anyways, I don't know if we're still live or not, but great question from Abraham. Geek, does this mean we move on from either Nick Richards or Oso Ighodaro? I don't know why I didn't think about that. I think I was just so excited with trading for Mark Williams and then the Suns drafting the big man out of Duke, whose name I still can't pronounce. Great question. I don't know. And it is possible, as Big Merc 83 is saying, that we could keep all four bigs. And you got to kind of remember, you guys, Oso Ighodaro is, in my opinion, more of a forward. And I saw somebody comment Oso better be working on his shot. It's true. Nick Richards is a serviceable backup center and at times a starting center. We know that. And he's under a cheap contract for this upcoming season. I think it's like $8 million. And he played fine for us. There were flashes where he was really good. And there were some flashes where he wasn't that good. I wouldn't mind, keeping all four of them. We would have a nice rotation of big men. And we could just spend the rest of the draft today and tomorrow and the rest of the offseason, free agency, trades, to focus on every other department that we have. Power forwards, point guards. I know we have tons of shooting guards right now, but I don't think that's going to last for a long time. Forwards, guards, etc. So great question, Abraham. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But man, that's a great question. I don't know. It is possible. But let's say Oso Ighodaro is, quote, untouchable. Let's say he is not going to get traded, which I doubt. I don't think they're going to do that. And let's say Oso is viewed as a forward. They could definitely keep that rotation of it would, Mark Williams and Nick Richards would definitely have, Mark Williams and Nick Richards will definitely have to fight for that starting spot. I think it would probably go to Mark Williams, maybe. And then, we'd have the Duke big man coming off the bench, and then Oso. And then somebody said, what about Bol? Maybe. I don't know. That is if our Suns management believes that Bol is the kind of player that fits their mentality. Um, I don't know. And yeah, like Big Merc says it again. Bol's not a big guy. He is a stretch 3-4. I agree. Like, he's not really like a center. You would only play Bol at center if like you're playing a team that is very small and plays fast. So great question, Abraham. I appreciate that, man. Man, what a draft. I don't even know what has happened since the Suns made their pick. And talk about the timing of that, you guys. Talk about the timing. It was like, I think, a minute before the Suns actually selected the Duke big man. Bam, Shams Charania reports it. The Phoenix Suns are trading for Mark Williams for the 29th pick and a 2029 future first round pick. You know what? Let me put on my Matt Ishbia hat for a minute. We're not thinking about that 2029 first round pick. We're thinking about right now. We're going to use that draft pick to trade good players. If you know Matt Ishbia and if you've seen press conferences, you know I just sounded just like him right now. Man. Is it true that Carter Bryant is only 6'6"? He is, but you know what, guys? That kid, go watch some highlights, you guys. Even though I've done barely any draft homework, I did do a little draft homework on Carter Bryant, you guys. He is fun to watch. He could be a solid 3-and-D player in this league. Just saying, you guys. Go check out some Carter Bryant highlights. Can't believe I've been live for almost 45 minutes. That is insane. That we have Mark Williams, who, don't forget, you guys, do not forget, he was traded, I want to say a day or two, or like he was traded around the Luka trade. He was supposed to be a Laker. And then why isn't this working? And then the NBA, why? Sorry, guys. My show keeps cutting out. The internet keeps cutting out. Anyways, I can't talk. I can't think right now. Remember, Mark Williams was technically traded to the Lakers after the Luka trade. And then that trade was like rescinded and he got sent back to the oh wow, speaking of Carter Bryant, you guys, he just got selected by the Spurs. What a pickup. But anyways, yeah, then he got traded back to the Hornets and yeah. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. What's going on here? Did I miss anything? Wow, what? Okay, I'm so confused right now. Hold on. What? I literally talked about this last live show. Okay, let me go to Bobby Marks's Twitter because I think unless Shams tweeted it. Let me see if Shams tweeted it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I think it was reported that Vasily Micic, if I'm pronouncing his name right, which I'm probably not. Remember, he was a part of that trade with like Nick Richards and all that, Cody Martin, I think, all that. We traded for Charlotte's bench. He was traded, and now they're reacquiring him. Remember, it says Micic was traded in Phoenix as part of the use of Nurkic's trade. His $8.1 million team option will get exercised by Phoenix. That's weird. But I thought I read something on my live show that said that he's going back to Europe. So, is he still in the league? I don't know. That's weird, but I don't know. That's weird. I thought he was going back to Europe. So wait, and that's why I guess I don't know how contracts work. It says this 8.1 team option will get exercised by Phoenix. What does that mean? Is he still technically on the Suns books. I don't know. That's weird. I'll have to look more into that. So it looks like the Suns traded the 29th pick in today's draft, a future 2029 first rounder, Vasily Micic for Mark Williams. And then, you know, if you want to throw it in there, the Suns drafted the Duke big man. Wow. Cool. And you know what, guys? I'm kind of glad. I'm glad that, like, look, I'm not saying there's not talent available at pick 29. You know, remember, like, Ryan Dunn was in the 20s. He was like pick 20 something, I forget. Remember, Oso Ighodaro was a second round steal. I'm not saying that, like, there's not talent at pick 29, but I'm glad that the Suns used their pick well at number 10. And then, you know, they traded pick 29. Like, I'm glad, like, we have a couple second rounders we can use, or we can just trade those picks for another player. You know, maybe a guy that's already established in this league. I don't know. Lance says we can't trade him unless we, quote, exercise or, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So technically we had to exercise his team option, then trade him. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, oh, that's so cool. Abraham says Mark Williams just tweeted a sun emoji. So glad we got him. Let's look up Mark Williams, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure I'm already following him. Let's make sure, though. Mark Williams. Yep, already following him. And you are correct. 15 minutes ago. Dude, that's awesome. He's excited to be a Sun. Let's show this off, you guys. Mark Williams, Phoenix Sun. Gonna zoom this in. Please don't resent. Whoa, that did not work the way I wanted it to. Ooh. Mark Williams, Phoenix Sun. Oh, there we go. Mark Williams, Phoenix Sun, baby. It's official. And my stuff's not working properly again. Wow. That's so cool, you guys. Mark Williams tweeting the sun emoji. Officially a Phoenix Sun, you guys. I got to share that. That's so cool. That is so cool, you guys. Wow. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties here. What is going on? Why can't I click out of this? My whole screen just froze. Hold on, you guys. Technical difficulties here. There we go. Okay, cool. We're back. Ooh, I got another tweet I want to read you guys. Let's just go on. Whoa, what is going on? Ugh, I hate this. Oh, here we go. I see the problem. Okay. I love this tweet right here, though, you guys. Phoenix's center rotation. This is from my guy AZ Sports Zone. Phoenix's center rotation went from Yusuf Nurkic and Mason Plumlee to Mark Williams and Khaman Maluach from Duke. I hope I pronounced that name right. What a difference a year makes. And then somebody responded to him saying, and Oso and Nick Richards. Guys, that was a great question that Abraham asked. Like, are we going to keep Nick Richards and Oso Ighodaro now? I hope so, because if that is true, you have a very, very stacked big man center rotation. I know Oso's not really a center. Doesn't matter. You have a very stacked big man rotation. Man, let's see what else Suns Twitter's saying. Hopefully they're not having a meltdown. Yep, and Gambo earlier, remember this was like 34 minutes ago. He confirmed, he expected the Suns draft the big man. Here's a picture of him right here from @SunsAreBetter. Looks like a nice young man. 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan. Paint presence that gives the Suns exactly what they're missing at center. As a lob threat and rim protector. The Suns finally have the center of the future with Khaman Maluach. And yes, I know I'm butchering his name. I'm sorry. Love that, you guys. What a great trade. See if anything else. Did Josh Hart really tweet this? When the draft become a 2-day thing? Bro, why did Josh Hart tweet that? You're in the NBA. How do you not know that the draft is a 2-day thing? Wow. Man. Oh yeah, random thing. Did you guys see this, by the way? I love this. SGA, the MVP of the league and finals MVP and NBA champion, SGA, went into Indiana's locker room and checked on Tyrese Halliburton after game 7. That's so cool, you guys. And I was tweeting with, or Ridiculous Cage earlier tweeted like, oh, you know, when SGA does it, you know, he's a king and blah, blah, blah. And that's such a class act. But when Monty Williams does it, it's a big deal. Guys, I tweeted back at him. I was like, I'm happy with what Monty Williams did. There's just a bunch of haters on this app. And even he agreed with me. Like, yeah, like I liked it too. Man. So I don't know. I thought I'd just talk about that. Yeah. Like Bobby Marks said, you know, the Suns loan tradable the Suns loan tradable first is now goes to Charlotte. That's fine, you guys. I'm okay with that. It is what it is. All right, guys. Well, this was a fun show. Glad I got to go live and react to that in live time. I will be back in probably a couple hours-ish. Gonna just react to whatever else happens. Nothing could happen. Something could happen. We will talk about the draft in general for day one of the Suns, draft, and we'll see what happens. So I will be live. Maybe we'll just do like a Q&A thing if nothing really else happens. But man, what an incredible draft so far. And again, I'm not trying to sound like Mr. Know-It-All here. I have been wrong about many things. I will continue to be wrong in the future about things. But I just have to say this one more time, you guys. This is why we have to be patient with the Phoenix Suns. We have new management. We have a new front office. Matt Ishbia has more control now than he did before. This is why everyone that was like freaking out about like the Kevin Durant trade and freaking out against like X, Y, and Z and all that. This is why I'm just like, guys, like we gotta be patient, like gotta just chill. Like so many Suns fans are so overreacting to and I'm like, guys, like I'm like the offseason just began, like just relax. Maluach is how you say it. Maluach. Thank you, sir. I can't pronounce anything. Remember when I butchered Tamani Kamara's name? Yeah. Speaking of Tamani Kamara, I'm going to end this live show on a hot take. It's not really a hot take, just a personal, strong opinion of mine. Suns fans, please move on from Tamani Kamara. We drafted him. He played on the Suns Summer League team, and then we traded him. He's a great defender. Move on. It's okay, you guys. We have Ryan Dunn, and we just traded for Dylan Brooks, and we have all off season. Relax. Move on from Tamani Kamara. I know a lot of you probably hate me for saying that, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, I'm going to end the show on this. We're going to be good, says my guy Rodriguez. And I'm going to end the show on this. Just thank you guys so much for all of your support. Seriously, crush that like button, you guys. Crush the like button. Share the show. I will be live in a couple of hours. Stay tuned. If the Suns don't do anything for the rest of the draft, we will just do like a Q&A live show because there could be some bigger moves on the way. So, all right, guys, I love y'all. Stay safe out there. God bless you guys. And we're just going to kind of end this on a countdown thing. Do I have my outro in here? Let's see. Nope, that's the intro. Well, whatever. I'm just going to end the show. All right, guys. I love y'all. Peace out. God bless. See you guys in a couple hours. I love the NBA. I love the Phoenix Suns. I love the NBA draft. I love all you guys. Peace out. God bless.